So I took the United States civics test while live streaming, and it went interesting. You ready? Name one branch or part of the government: Congress, state government, parliament, or United Nations. Quick, quick, quick. If you do end up enjoying this video, please give it a like and hit subscribe, because only a small portion of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. And also be sure to head over and check me out on my Twitch channel, because I'm live almost at least once a week. But yeah, anyway, on with the video. So I saw on Twitter somebody posting about how they passed their civics test for getting their immigrating in the United States. And, you know, I was like, yo, that's cool. And I read the comments, you know, they were mixed with a bunch of congratulations. And the comment that I always see all the time is, I bet a bunch of Americans can't pass this test. And I was like, you know what? I'm curious on how true that is. I'm like, I'm a pretty smart person, I think. I think I could do that. So I was like, why not turn it into like a little stream segment of fun? We can do that. And we can try, and we'll see how we'll do. And I learned a few interesting things looking this up. So here, let me swap over to this screen. So this is the website where they have the practice test. It's on the immigration website. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, enough of this. So first of all, I got hit with this thing, which just confused the fuck out of me, because I, you know, just glanced over it, saw 2020, and was like, oh, more recent, and jumped to that. But apparently there's like a test they're switching to, but I don't know. Anyway, I was reading, and I've learned the things that go on during this test, it's insane. So like, first of all, like, it's only in English, so you have to do it in English only. And then what to expect during a real test: it's not a multiple choice test, so the practice is multiple. They'll ask you up to 10 questions from the list. This one gives you 20, so you get a little bit of extra. They'll ask you 10 questions from a list of 100, and you don't have multiple choice. And I was just like, and you have to get 6 out of 10 right. And I'm just like, Jesus. And it's a verbal test. And it's like, some of this is for people who like are just trying to also, because then it's down here also saying that if you need help getting English as a second language class, it's like, my gosh, it's insane. And I was like, well, I mean, at least I got down. So, but I did not know much about like when it comes to the test, but it's just insane. Like, maybe I not having gone to school, maybe this is like some normal type of shit with testing, that you have to prepare for a shit ton of stuff that you only get asked a little bit. So this one, it should be easier though, because it's 20 questions. Yeah, 20. I don't know why I held up 7 fingers, but it's 20 questions, and it is multiple choice. So I should have no problem getting. I would honestly be brave enough to wager, I wouldn't say 20 out of 20. But maybe 18 out of 20. All right, well, we're gonna start the practice test. Well, I mean, it is the test. What is an amendment? A change to the Constitution. Hell yeah, look at, we're smart. An amendment is a change to the Constitution. The country grows and changes. Amendments to the Constitution allow the government to grow and change too. For example, the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Many people like Susan B. Anthony fought for this right for many years. Today, women can vote because of this amendment. All right, so far this is easy. We got this. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Oh God, well, I wonder like if any of these will give. But yeah, slavery. Disagreements over slavery and other issues led to the Civil War. Some people, I guess playing Northern Dixie was appropriate for this. Some people believe slavery should be illegal. Others did not. When the Civil War started in 1861, enslaved African Americans worked on farms and in cities. Many people in the South believed their economy and daily lives needed slaves. Get fucked, South. Many people in the North wanted to stop slavery. The South fought the Civil War because they wanted states' rights to keep slavery legal, based and red-pilled. The North won the war in 1865. Slavery became illegal in all states. Slavery and economic reasons and states' rights were problems that led to the Civil War. I mean, that is like, yeah, there are more, like, but slavery was the biggest one. It's not hydrogen peroxide isn't good for cleaning cuts. It's not? I know it dries out stuff. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? We call that the article. No, it's the Bill of Rights. The first 10. I almost read it, the 10 Commandments. What are the 10 Commandments? The first 10 amendments of the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights. Members of the Constitutional Convention wrote the Constitution in 1787. The original Constitution. Man, so some of these stuff you need to know all this also off the top of your head. which I mean, so far I have, but it's still crazy that, like, you know, you need to pull this shit off. I mean, I don't think you need to know this explanation here. Congress had its first 10 amendments. The First Amendment protects freedom of speech, religion, and assembly. It also protects the freedom of press, petition to government. Other amendments of the Bill of Rights protect the right to a speedy and public trial, the right to bear arms, and the right to fair police searches. I'm still using. I know it. The burn and tingle feels good. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Declared war on Great Britain. God, I wish. Saved the Union, or preserved. President Lincoln led the United States during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln was president from 1861 to 1865. He issued, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation. This document freed the slaves in the southern states. Yeah, how many, did you guys know that? Like, and this, it says it, but it doesn't really emphasize it. It only freed the slaves in the, or I should say, it freed the slaves only in the southern states. Like, it was only the states that seceded that had slavery ended until after. It was literally done as a fuck you to the South to be like, yo, guess what? If you're in the South, you're still technically Americans, because the North did not. One of the things that the North did is they basically said the entire time the Confederate States of America is not a country. They are just an insurrection. And one way in doing so was with doing the Emancipation Proclamation, was just, hey, I'm issuing a law on it, which is why he was able to do so, because he didn't acknowledge that it wasn't a fucking other country. Maybe the crab people, yeah, for real. People say save the Union. Soon after the war ended in 1865, a supporter of the South shot and killed Lincoln. I'm glad they don't name him. He doesn't need the clout. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves in the southern states. He saved the Union and led you. I like how they only, how they only point out the southern states. That is good on the United States Immigration Services. What does the president's cabinet do? Ooh, this is the first one I'm getting a little sweaty at. I'm pretty sure they just advise the president. But then some of them command, some of them, you know what? I think it is actually all of them. I think. Fuck! Advise the president. The president cabinet advises the president. I should have went with my gut answer. I was thinking something else. What is the rule of law? Something... I cannot take that. Law and order! Law and order, everyone! Everyone but the president must follow. Well, who I was just impersonating thinks that. All laws must be the same. Everyone must follow the law. United States, everyone must follow the law. All people and groups must follow the law. Government officials must follow the law. Somebody tell the government officials. Everyone is under, yeah, A. This way the government can protect everyone's rights. The rule of law means that everyone must follow the law. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? Communism, right? Yeah. Communism, yeah. The United States' main concern during the Cold War was communism. The Cold War was not a traditional war. It was cold because of, you know what? If you guys want, after I go through, we can go through where I let you guys pick the answers. So it'll be Joselyn takes it, and then chat will take it after, and we'll see who does better. Or who does worse. What? What did I do? The Cold War began after World War II ended in 1945. The Soviet, oh yeah, you should see the tweet that I sent. I posted that when I went live as well. Communism is an economic system where most property belongs to the government. The United States has a capitalist economy where the property usually belongs to individuals. The United States and the Soviet Union competed for world powers. Leaders in both countries worried that the other would use the atomic bomb to turn the Cold War into a real war. This never happened. The Cold War ended in 1991 when the Soviet Union divided into many smaller countries. Yeah, I'm not educated enough, but like it's like instantly like, hey, I can spot this anti-communist propaganda. Yeah, I've been going off on Twitter lately. I like how I was like, I left Facebook because it was like too much for me right now, and I'm like just on Twitter, just doing just like it's just as bad. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? It is we the British, right? We the British of the United States government. The first word of the Constitution, we the people. The document says the people of the United States choose to create the government. We the people also explains that people elect representatives to make law. This is a form of self-government. How am I full degen? What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Canadians? What the fuck? Like they wow. We the white guys, yeah, for real. That's basically what it was back when it was written. Millions of Africans were taken to America and sold as slaves for hundreds of years. Jesus Christ, I just realized, like, reading that with, like, the happy fucking Animal Crossing music in the background. Millions of Africans were taken to America and sold as slaves. For hundreds of years, slave owners treated slaves as property. For hundreds of years, slave owners were treated as property. Slaves had no rights. People in the United States did not agree about this. No, they did not. This was a major cause of the Civil War. In 1865, after the Civil War was over, slavery was illegal. Enslaved people became free citizens. Yep. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? You promise to give up loyalty to other wait. Yeah, Jocelyn out of context. Okay, this one I'm actually not sure, because I thought you could hold dual citizenship, but maybe that's not what they mean by loyalty. I'm gonna assume that, because that's the only one that makes sense, because they're not gonna ban you to leave the United States. They're not, I mean... Not yet. Not defend the Constitution, or maybe that... Oh wait, you're not... Yeah, maybe that's what. You're not the president, you're not gonna be swearing to defend, yeah. Fuck! It is give up loyalty, damn it! Wait, you swear? Wait, when you become a United States citizen, do you swear to defend the Constitution and laws of the United States? Oh no, what? Maybe I misread that. An immigrant completes many requirements to become the United States. The final step is to take an oath of allegiance. You promise to be loyal to the United States and give loyalty to other countries. What is it? Okay, now I'm actually kind of curious. I hereby declare an oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, sovereignty of whom or which I have hereforth been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I thought that was like the president in a military thing. I unironically thought that was in there just as they're going to confuse us with the president's oath of office. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service for the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, so help me God. Okay, I never knew that was a thing. I genuinely was not, I literally did think, was like, that's not something that they would make somebody swear. Jesus Christ. Well, now we know. What are 2 ways? At least I would have technically passed the test so far. What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Give an elected official an opinion. Well, since you can only pick... Oh, wait, there's... Give an elected official your opinion on an issue, and join a community group, write onto a newspaper and call centers, or vote and join a civic group. All of these. Yeah, I think so. I mean, technically, but you're literally participating by just voting, but like, was all of these technically? I don't know how the semantics are gonna be. Okay. Democracy only works when people are active in the government. Voting is one of the best ways for citizens to participate in their democracy, but not the only way. We can also write letters. Yeah, like, I can't tell, because that last one I thought was literally a trick question, and we learned apparently not. We can ask questions about the government or share our opinions. We can join a civic group, a community group, or help with an election campaign. We can write a letter to a newspaper. Sometimes the newspaper will print the letter for everyone to read, or we can choose to run for office. Things they listen to. None. Who's in charge of the executive branch? That's the president, right? Yeah. The president is leader of the executive branch. He or she signs or enforces. Like, look at that. Look at that. Immigration services being inclusive as shit. Like, look at that. He or she enforces the laws. We haven't had a woman president and they're already being inclusive, you know? Look at that. That's good, you know? The president is the commander-in-chief of the military. The president represents the United States to other countries. He or she signs treaties with other countries. The president is in charge of the executive branch. Are you guys... Yep, you're learning? Writing this down? Good, 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 good. This will be on... Don't... You know, this is... Well, I guess this is on the test. This is literally a test. Why do some states have more representatives than others? Oh, because of the population. Yes. Yes. Some states have more representatives than others because they have more people. It's not so. Well, actually, we'll read this and then we can, you know, because it might already clarify that. We know how many people live in each state because of the census. Every 10... Yeah, so there might be a reason to, like, want to cut off some people, you know? Every 10 years, the United States government counts the people of the United States in the census. The census results decide how many representatives come from each state. The state is divided into districts. Each district elects one representative. If the number of people in a state changes, the number of representatives might change. So, like, you know, it's almost like land is not the thing that votes, but it's the amount of people in there that, you know, dictates how many things represent you. Yes, each district. But yeah, like this right here is one of the big reasons why, like, the rules are constantly being, like, done with censuses to try to make it like, well, these people aren't eligible to participate. These people aren't eligible. Because then even if you have an area with a lot of people, if you say, you know, 1 million of them can't participate, that's 1 million people who still live there but aren't being counted and aren't being represented, which is just fucked. Everyone should be represented in the United States. That's how the United States is supposed to be. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? That would be the vice president. No longer serve becomes a president. This has occurred 9 times in American history. For example, on November 22nd, 1963, I need to not read chat when I'm trying to also read this. John F. Kennedy was shot in Dallas, Texas. I need to really work on public reading and speaking. Holy shit. 99 minutes after President Kennedy's death, Vice President Lyndon Johnson was sworn in as president. Yep. Who vetoes bills? I mean, there's also the fucking president. The president vetoes bills. The president has the power to stop a bill from becoming law. The president can refuse to sign a bill that Congress approved. This is called a veto. This bill is sent back to Congress without the president's signature. Congress can change the bill or vote again. If 2/3 of the House of Representatives and 2/3 of the Senate vote to override the veto, it becomes a law without the president's signature. Which, imagine that many people are agreeing in our government. Utopian. What are the 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of religion and freedom to make treaties with other countries? I would like to officially declare a treaty with Poland. I don't know why we need a treaty with them, but I want to have a treaty. It's my right as an American. Freedom of speech and religion, freedom of speech and freedom to run for president. I mean, you technically have that freedom, but I guess it's not a right. Oh yeah, it's not a right though. It's freedom to petition the government and freedom to disobey traffic laws. God, I wish. Some of these are really easy, but then again, you don't have the multiple choice. Which I wonder if it's done to make it easier for you to remember or done to make it think that you have it easy, like if you're doing these practice tests. Individual freedoms or rights are protected in the United States. Many of these rights are for everyone. For example, we have the right of free expression and free speech. We have the right of freedom of assembly. We can meet peacefully with other people. We have the right to petition the government. We can ask the government to change or correct a problem. We have the right to practice religion as we choose. We have the right to practice no religion at all. This is the freedom of religion. With limits, we have the right to bear arms. These rights are for everyone living. Wait, I thought it was without. They shall not be infringed. Curious. Name 1 U.S. territory. Fuck. Actually, I know Bermuda isn't one. I don't think Haiti is. I think it used to be, but isn't anymore. I think Guam or Cayman Islands. Fuck, this is actually one I'm not sure on. Guam! Yes, there are 5 U.S. major territories. I knew Puerto Rico. That one would have been easy. U.S. Virgin Islands, the American Samoa, the North Mariana Islands. That one I never even heard of. And Guam. Territories have their own local governments. They also must follow the laws of the U.S. federal government. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? It was the Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana Purchase. The United States bought the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803 after the United States gained independence. Many Americans believe that the country should expand. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson bought the Louisiana Territory for $15 million. This land doubled the size of the United States. American Indians and European settlers lived on this land. After the United States bought the Louisiana Territory, many more settlers moved west. That threw me off because shouldn't it be Native Americans? I don't know, but yeah, that threw me off reading that because I would think that should just be Native Americans. I guess I'm asking too much from Immigration Services. Before he was president, oh wait, I just realized I forgot to update the title. Before he was president, we have to go to Walmart today. I'm scared. Why are you scared? Oh yeah, you live in Florida. Never mind. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? Wasn't it? Well, oh no, never mind. I thought it was World War I, but I guess not. So I guess it was World War II, right? Yep. World War I, he led the United States and allies in Western Europe during the World War II. When he came over World War II, he was a famous war hero. He became president in 1953. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? He fought for civil rights. He fought for women's suffrage. He ran for president. He fought for civil rights. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for civil rights and worked for equality for all Americans. In some places, it was difficult for African Americans and other groups to vote in elections. One citizen who is famous for helping the government change is Martin Luther King Jr. He worked for equality for all Americans. He led thousands of men and women in nonviolent protest. Martin Luther King Jr. believed that nonviolent protest was more powerful than violence. Gotta love that anti-violence propaganda. The government passed Civil Rights Act in 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These laws ended segregation and protected voting rights. On April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. Each year in January, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It used to be on the 15th, but now we moved it from his birthday, which is the 15th, to every Monday because it's more convenient to celebrate his birthday on not his birthday because we get an extra day off if we move it, I guess. Yeah, I got 90%, and so technically if this would have been the test, I would have passed because you're allowed to get 2 questions wrong and it's only 10. And the only thing I got wrong was this one because I thought too much into it. And this one because I literally thought it was a fucking trick question. And oh yeah, I forgot. I'm recording this for YouTube too. So say hi to YouTube, chat. If you're wait, chat's over here. I always think it's over here for some reason on my camera, but it's actually right here. Say hi to chat. Anyway, thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You can watch this stupid shit hopefully live on Twitch. I don't know. I want to try to do more shit like this. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give it likes. Do the subscribe. Do the YouTube shit. I haven't done a YouTube video for a while, let alone I've never recorded one on stream. So this is even more awkward. Also, come to stream. Twitch.tv/Joselyn Martello if you want to catch it live. Anyway, bye.